this is Phoebe from Phoebe, and welcome back to another Doctor Who video. I had to reshoot this because my iPad literally fell in the last take. I've deleted that, although I should actually have a pile of outtakes. I can't really film it on the middle part of my blinds where the blinds are, because that doesn't seem to work. So you're just gonna have to cope with me being lower than normal, but plus side you get head up. You know how YouTubers film in comfy bottoms? You're correct about that. Anyway, I thought I would do a video on my Doctor Who story, telling you how I found Doctor Who and all my first episode I ever watched, and then how I fell in love with it. If you've never seen my face on your screens before, please hit that big red subscribe button down below. Click the notifications bell to get notifications every single time I upload. You guys are probably wondering why I'm speaking in a lower voice. That's because my mum's asleep next door, because I'm probably really early in the morning. So yeah, I thought I would tell you my story. Here we go. So I was downstairs on a normal Saturday, I believe. It might have been I can't actually remember the day. Let's just say I was sat downstairs with my parents watching TV, and I was watching, I want to sit up high. I wonder if I can, perfect. I didn't really consider my new filming space, so you know, I'm going to have to work out the kinks. Anyway, I'm going to grab one of my pillows or something so I can sit up a bit higher. That's better. But yeah, so I was sat down watching TV with my parents, and one of that, I think it was Children Need, or it might be Red Nose Day special came on, and I saw the 7th episode of Doctor Who, which was the Kablan episode, a sneak peek of the next episode, and then that next week I flicked over on to BBC One and I started watching it, and I fell in love with the Jodie Whittaker era. She was the first Doctor who I actually saw, and I fell in love with the Doctor Who from that point. And it wasn't just the fact that I'd never watched Doctor Who before. I mean, my family had watched it before when my brother was younger. But like, this was the first time I'd ever come across it. I'd never watched something like this before, and I was about 14. I'm 17 now. 16 in. Okay, 14, 15. Let's just say 14, 15, around about then. But yeah, and then I kind of went on iPlayer to see if Doctor Who was on there, and I saw it was on, and I started binge watching the entire Whittaker era, and I kind of fell in love with it. Then I started binge watching all of the seasons from 1 to 11, and then I came across the 60th anniversary special, and I thought, well, these aren't all the Doctor Who's, are they? There's obviously some really back from the day. And I didn't, at that time when I binge watched all of them, I didn't have access to the old Doctor Who's, and then an advert came on the TV one morning saying there was this new thing that Americans had in their country, but now it was coming to the UK, called BritBox, and all the old Doctor Who's, it didn't mention it, but all the old Doctor Who's on the advert, they saw on the adverts were on there, and I was like, well, I've got to get BritBox, and I downloaded BritBox on Boxing Day. I got an early release code. BritBox wasn't actually meant to be available until Christmas Day, so I got an early release code and got it a couple of days before Christmas Day. I got it on the 1st of December because BritBox were giving out certain codes to certain YouTubers, you know, early release codes and that. And I wanted to go and watch all the old Doctor Who's, and I clicked on the old Doctor Who's, and I knew I was already hooked, but the first episode I ever watched on the old Doctor Who's was the first Doctor, and I knew then, as of then, I was hooked on all the old Doctor Who's. My dad remembers the black and white Doctor Who's back in the day and stuff, and I can definitely say when I watched the old Doctor Who's, I felt more part of it because I knew every Doctor that had come, and I was able to name every Doctor and every companion in under a minute. I'm not going to do it on camera, but I do know all of them. William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvan McCoy, Paul McGeddon, Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, and of course the most recent Doctor right now, Jodie Whittaker. I also know all the companions off by heart, and I'm going to say them now. Susan, Barbara, Ian, Vicky, Polly, Ben, Jamie, Victoria, Zoe, Liz Shaw, Joe Grant, Sarah Jane, Leela, Adric, Leela, Romana, Adric, Nissa, Tegan, Turlo, Perry, Mel, Ace, Grace, Rose, Mickey, Captain Jack, Harkness, Donna, Martha, Amy, Rory, Clara, Bill, Nardole, Yaz, Ryan, Graham. All of the companions. You guys can trust me on that if I'm wrong. But yeah, I kind of fell in love with it after watching all the old episodes, and it was just incredible. I was like, I'm now part of the universe. I've joined Doctor Who groups on Facebook now, and I'm completely in love with it. I have been for the past 4 years when the new series airs this year. But yeah, it was in November as well when I fell in love with Doctor Who. So for me, being not so new in the Whoniverse now was just amazing. I wanted to do this video because I've realised not many people share their stories of how they got into Doctor Who in the first place. So I kind of figured that maybe I should share my story so you guys kind of know what it's like for me as a New Whovian. And if you're wondering how it was like for me, at first it was weird because I was into this sci-fi series and I knew I was growing up. But I actually can't remember how old I was in 2017. Yep, I know. Because I'm 17 at the moment. I was 16 last... I was 16 in 2020. 15 in 2019, I just turned 15. Hang on. So I was 17 last year, I turned 17 last year. I was 16 2019, 15 2018, 14 2017. So let's just say I got into Doctor Who at the age of 14. That's about accurate. No, I turned 15 in that year. I was 15 when I got into Doctor Who. I'd just gone from being early teens to mid-teens. So, you know, make of that what you will. Let's just say, let's round it up to 15. Because I don't actually know, but it was somewhere in 2017 and we moved in this house when I was 14. So that was in 2016. So, got into Doctor Who at 2017. So yeah. 15, we'll round it up to 15 because I was 16 in 2018, I was 15 in 2017, 16 in, no that can't be right, that generally can't be right because I'm 17 now, I turned 17 last, yes, in 2020, the worst year. I turned 16 in 2019. I turned 15 in 2018. So let's round it all up to 2018 when I first started getting into Doctor Who. Let's round it up to the age of 15. But yeah, that's it for my story. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to upload this now. I'm going to download it onto my phone and then upload it at some point tomorrow, maybe at 5 o'clock. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you guys soon for another video. Now I've got to get everything back to normal. Bye. Allons-y.